I'm Coyote Peterson, and I'm about to enter the bristle zone with the silk moth caterpillar. 1, 2, 3. Oh, buddy. Ah, oh, yeah. Oh, I'm definitely gonna get stung by that caterpillar. But before I do, I just wanna say thanks to MyHeritage for sponsoring this video. Now, we recently partnered with MyHeritage so that I could do a DNA test. I know very, very little about my background. And this morning, I got an email saying that my results are in. Now, the process was exceptionally simple. All you had to do was take this box, open it up, follow the instructions, do a swab on the inside of both sides of your mouth. Put those swabs in a little container of some sort of magic liquid, send it off, and in a couple weeks, boom, you get an email and your official results are in. Okay, this is gonna be me figuring out exactly what I'm genetically made up of. Now, according to my family growing up, we were German and Hungarian, but I have an exceptionally small family. In fact, I'm the last living male in my bloodline. Don't have any surviving grandparents at this point, don't have any sort of family tree. I know next to nothing. So, okay, here it is. This is simple, just click this. Okay, Nathaniel, well, doesn't know that I'm Coyote. Nathaniel, you are, okay, 46.4% Ashkenazi Jewish, 35.7% East European. Is that it? Oh, no, got one more coming. 17.9% English. Oh, okay. I did not know that I was Ashkenazi Jewish. I didn't know that I was Jewish at all. So my mom, I do know that she would always say that she was Hungarian. So this is cool. This brings up a map. Apparently, like almost 20% of me is from over in the UK, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But then you can see where a little bit of the corner of Germany overlaps, and then of course all of Hungary. So I guess my parents weren't wrong in saying that I'm German and Hungarian, but I don't think they had any idea that we were Ashkenazi Jewish. This is crazy. Wow, MyHeritage telling me something that I definitely didn't know about myself. Oh, I gotta tell the office about this. Hey guys, you're never gonna believe this.
If you're curious about your ancestry, I definitely recommend checking out MyHeritage. They're the #1 family history service with over 19 billion historical documents that can help you chronicle your family's background. And MyHeritage will never provide data to insurance companies under any circumstances. Enjoy all the amazing features that MyHeritage has to offer, and build a family tree, or even find long-lost relatives you never knew you had. To start your journey, just visit the link in the description, use code BW, or scan this QR code to get free shipping on your DNA kit. Thanks again to MyHeritage for sponsoring this video, and now, back to that crazy caterpillar.
Now, where did this caterpillar come from? Because you guys didn't see me actually catch it in the wild. Well, last night, the team and I were out doing some night herping. We split up and went in 2 different directions. I went left, Mario, Trent, and our entomologist friend Jim Cordoba went to the right. I caught a spectacled canis. And he's got a lot of fight in him. And then I caught a brown basilisk. And right in the middle of that, Mario radios me and he says, "Go for Coyote."
Jim's got a stinging caterpillar in a container for you.
And I was like, "I just caught a basilisk." He's like, "Well, I think we should probably film this." And I said, "Great idea. We've got the insect sting pain index. We've got the plant sting pain index. So why not create the caterpillar sting pain index?" There are thousands of caterpillar species on the planet, and a lot of them are capable of putting you in pain, and in some instances are even capable of killing you. But before we get into the pain test, first I want to give you guys a look at the moth that this caterpillar turns into. It is absolutely fascinating. And to do that, we're going to meet up with Jim at Insectopia. All right, Jim, now before we reveal the moth that aligns with this caterpillar, first I think it's important to define for everybody watching what exactly a caterpillar is, because it is an insect, but it's a little different than we would expect.
Exactly. So, well, there are different group of insects. So some of them, they have something that we call complete metamorphosis. And also are insects with a larva stage. So right here we have a larva of a moth. And moths is a really huge group in Costa Rica. Over 18,000 species easily you can find in our country. So would you like to see the moth?
Yes, let's look at the moth that this will eventually metamorphosize into.
Into this.
Wow, it's
Yes,
cool
exactly.
looking. So the first thing that I notice is obviously this defense system with all the bristles. The moth seems to be pretty helpless. What is the point once it reaches adulthood?
Basically just to reproduce and find a partner. That's it. They don't have even a mouth part, so they cannot feed on when they become just a moth. So that is really interesting about this group of moths that we call Saturnids that are really interesting to find in the rainforest.
Well, let's head back to the field. It's time to get me bristled by the giant silk moth caterpillar.
I'll be honest, I have not had much experience with caterpillars. I've seen a handful of them throughout my life.
I'm sure you guys are thinking, oh, come on, Coyote, just touch it. No, 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 no. My hand will feel like it is on fire.
Woolly bears were pretty fantastic when I was a kid collecting those, but as we know, the woolly bear is harmless. Now, the genus of this caterpillar type is called Lenomia, and within that genus, there are 14 different species, one of which is considered deadly. That species exists in Brazil. Now, I was reading about that caterpillar specifically, and people who get bristled by it experience catastrophic effects. Basically, the venom from the caterpillar causes an anticoagulant effect in your blood. You hemorrhage internally, which kind of reminds me of the twig snake that we filmed in South Africa. I don't know if you guys remember that episode, but I expressed that if you were bitten by the twig snake, you begin to bleed internally. The blood seeps out of your eyes and your ears and of your other orifices, and there is no antivenom. Now, the venom for the caterpillar that can kill you, the one in Brazil, Lenomia obliqua, they are working on an antivenom for that. However, a lot of people that end up being bristled are in very remote locations, and within just a matter of hours, your body starts taking on the effects. So hundreds of people, believe it or not, die every single year from caterpillar bristlings. More people die from caterpillars than sharks, lions, or bears combined. How crazy is that statistic? Now, this caterpillar sting is going to be painful. It is not going to kill me unless I have some sort of crazy allergic reaction. And when you look at the bristles that cover its entire body, this is actually an evolutionary trait. The monkeys that live here in the rainforest, capuchins and spider monkeys, love to eat caterpillars. For us as humans, that would be like finding a gummy worm filled with custard. However, our gummy worms are not armed with bristles and venom. But these monkeys have actually evolved beyond the caterpillars at this point, and it's actually been recorded where monkeys have been poking at the caterpillars with sticks to try to break down the bristles, thus allowing them to be able to enjoy the meal without getting the toxic effect. Now, the bristles run right down into the bulk of the body, and at the base of those bristles are glands that contain the venom. In order for me to perform this caterpillar sting test, I'm not going to need to pick the caterpillar up with forceps. This isn't a bite, it isn't a sting. All I'm going to have to do is place my forearm down on top of the caterpillar and drag it back and forth. Now, just in case I have an allergic reaction from this caterpillar's venom and I go into anaphylactic shock, we do have an epinephrine pen standing by. I know you guys are just waiting for the day that Coyote Peterson gets stuck with the EpiPen. Hopefully this caterpillar doesn't do it. Now, this caterpillar will eventually build a cocoon, it will pupate, and will turn into that incredible moth that we showed you earlier. But until this caterpillar gets to that point, it's going to be a star in front of the camera to be our very first test on the Caterpillar Sting Pain Index. And I am honored that this is the caterpillar that's going to kick this off, because Jim, my amazing friend Jim, the heart of the rainforest, Jim Cordoba, is the one that found this caterpillar and essentially gave us the idea that there are many indexes to be climbed. So for you, Jim, I am more than happy to take the bristling from this creepy looking caterpillar. All right, you guys ready for the bristling? I think it's time. I'm Coyote Peterson, and I'm about to enter the bristle zone with the silk moth caterpillar. 1, 2, 3. Oh, buddy. I'm not feeling quite anything yet. Oh yeah, there, got me that time. Oh yeah, hot diggity dog, it's Caterpillar Sunday. Wow, now they're turning on, there we go. Whoo, delayed effect. It is bad. Oh, it is bad for a very first caterpillar sting. Okay. Where's your other little leaf, buddy? Oh, my knee's shaking. I want to get this guy here and protected in this leaf so I don't accidentally lean on him again. Oh man, that hurts. Holy. Okay, so this is, because of the bristles, I want to compare it to a plant because it's more of a nettling than it is a sting. Remember, with an insect sting, you've got a single ovipositor entering the skin and pumping venom. This is small little bristles that have essentially broken their tips off, almost like trichomes in the devil's toilet paper or the gimpy. And then by moving those bristly trees around, it activates the venom glands. And as that venom comes up and into the skin, that's where I'm at right now. Woo! Look at my arm is starting to turn all blotchy. You can see some spots forming here. Oh! If I was to compare this to an insect sting at this point, it's not bullet ant, it's not giant hornet, it's not execution wasp. It is getting a little bit worse, so I don't want to call it yet, but the current level of pain I would say is somewhere between harvester ant and maybe a lot of fire ants, so it's uncomfortable, and there's a burn, and it is growing. What are we in, 60 seconds in? About 2 minutes. Time flies when you're in pain. Wow, oh man. Hi, Chihuahua, I gotta get up for just a second and walk around. I gotta like punch the dirt or something. Oh, yowzers. Bam. Woo. Okay, it has been 20 minutes since we rubbed the giant silk moth all over my forearm. And at first, the pain was pretty intense. And then it continued to climb. And then we cut the camera so we could go get the thumbnail. And in the process of that time, look at the giant welt and blotchy discoloration to my skin that has formed. It's still painful, not nearly as painful when I was first bristled. But if we're ranking caterpillars on their own index, the Caterpillar Sting Pain Index, I'm gonna rank this as a 2. Now, if we're doing this the same way as insects, where 1 is the least painful and 4 is the most painful, I have a feeling that there's some other caterpillar species out there that are going to be far more potent than the giant silk moth. But write in the comment section below, tell me, which caterpillar species do you think we should test next? I'm Coyote Peterson, be brave, stay wild. We'll see you on the next adventure.
Big thanks to Jim and the Biosphere Foundation for their help producing this episode. Their positive impact on the conservation of Costa Rica is vital to the future health of our planet. Make sure to visit their website, where you can activate your desire to preserve the Osa Peninsula for generations to come. And thanks once again to MyHeritage for sponsoring this episode. Use coupon code BW to get free shipping and start your ancestral journey today.